Paris is used to crowds. It is used to photographers, to hysteria, to chaos, to runway explosions and shouting paparazzi, but it is not used to silence. Yet that is exactly what unfolded outside Dior's historic 30 Avenue Montaigne headquarters on a calm October evening in 2025. A silence so dense that even passing Parisians instinctively slowed their steps, as if entering a cathedral rather than a fashion building. The rumors spread fast, not through tabloids, not through mainstream media, but through whispers. Fans did not scream. They arrived in silence, and phones held high. Some even put them away intentionally, afraid to break the moment. It wasn't excitement, said Clara Besson, a fashion student present at the scene. It was anticipation, like the moment right before music begins. Because inside that building, Jimin was reportedly finishing Dior's most secret global campaign since 2018, and yet nobody saw him. And still, people were crying. Witnesses describe it as the opposite of a celebrity stakeout. No fans pushing forward, and loud chants, and media trucks, just hundreds quietly waiting, some sitting along the marble edge, some holding lavender silk ribbons, a tribute color personally associated with Jimin by ARMY since 2019. Some held handwritten letters, never raising them, just holding them close to their chests. At 9:52 p.m., 2 Dior blacked-out security vehicles exited the private loading tunnel behind the building. Nobody shouted, but multiple witnesses reported tears. An face was seen. An confirmation was given, and still, hearts broke. According to 3 European fashion executives, this campaign is not a typical luxury advertisement, but is being treated internally as a cultural prelude to a global moment. One Milan-based strategist told us, anonymously, Dior is not launching a fashion ad. They're launching a new era of Jimin before the music even starts. Meaning, Dior is not following K-pop. Dior is leading with it. Dior is not associating with Jimin. Dior is presenting Jimin. While Dior has issued no official statement, insiders in Paris, Milan, and New York confirmed that multiple luxury conglomerates are monitoring the timing of this campaign very closely. One senior European fashion executive, who has worked with LVMH and Kering brands, stated privately, "This is not simply marketing. Dior is preparing for what we internally call cultural takeover positioning, using Jimin not as a brand model, but as a global artistic climate indicator." Translation: this campaign is not here to sell a product. IT is here to announce a shift in artistic power ahead of music returning to global commerce, and Dior made a strategic decision to release Jimin before BTS returns, not after. The emotion outside the Dior building was not confusion. IT was not chaos. IT was recognition. Those who were present described a wave of stillness that passed over the crowd the moment the Dior security team became active, like they knew. "You don't have to see him to know it's Jimin," said Elodie Laurent, a Paris fashion photographer who has covered Fashion Week since 2016. It sounds absurd, but the silence gave him away. No one tried to run toward the exit, and one shouted, and one attempted to break past Dior security, because they weren't there to consume Jimin. They were there to honor him. In previous luxury campaigns, even at maximum secrecy, brands have left crumbs, anonymous teasers, cryptic pre-drop visuals, staged paparazzi leaks. This time, nothing's no leak.
No styling silhouette.
No assistant mishandling a preview photo, not even an accidental garment reveal. Global luxury analysts note that Dior is deliberately rejecting algorithm hype, choosing cultural anticipation over viral speed. This aligns with the growing trend among luxury houses. Silence, when earned, is more powerful than noise, and with Jimin, silence still moves millions. Music is expected in November 2025, but Fashion has always been Jimin's silent premonition. His debut with Dior in early 2023 crashed multiple global servers. But back then, it was seen as Jimin joining Dior. This time feels different. This time, Dior feels like it is moving to match Jimin. He is not doing luxury, said a London-based fashion analyst from BOF. Business of fashion. He is defining what luxury now looks like. Social media posts from the scene have gone viral not because of what fans recorded, but because of what they refused to record. A now viral ex-post reads, "Real ARMY didn't lift their phones. We didn't want to see through a screen. We wanted to feel it in real time." Others wrote simply, "We didn't go to capture him. We went to be present for him." This is not fan hysteria. This is loyalty operating at the level of cultural ritual. No teaser has dropped, no poster, no schedule, and yet, fans worldwide now believe the comeback has already started. Not with the music teaser, not with a live stream, but with silence in Paris. This feels like the start. One fan wrote on Weverse at 3:14 a.m. KST. Not a teaser, not an announcement, but the beginning. Multiple fashion strategists expect Dior to break convention and release this campaign globally without prior announcement, possibly across the world's most strategic flagship cities simultaneously: Seoul, New York, Tokyo,
Paris,
London,
Dubai,
Los Angeles. Projected single-day impact. Beyond fashion, this would be a cultural ignition event, and shortly after, music will follow. To understand why Jimin's silent Paris sighting is shaking fashion's core far beyond standard celebrity endorsement logic, you have to understand a simple, uncomfortable truth. The fashion world does not perceive Jimin as a pop star. He is not there to perform. He is there to define an era. This is not influencer culture. This is not K-pop hype integration. This is cultural succession. An anonymous haute couture consultant in Paris reportedly told Business of Fashion privately, "We are no longer talking about Dior using a Korean idol. We're talking about Dior aligning itself with Park Jimin's future influence in global luxury taste." He is not K-pop. He is post-national power. That is the tone forming in private investor calls this week. And that is the uncomfortable truth the Western luxury press is preparing for very carefully. Here is where the silence becomes frightening because it isn't coming from fans, it's coming from the industry. No leaks, no teaser, no sources say, renter gossip, no French paparazzi trail like usual. This is ultra-controlled. South Korea plus Paris plus Wall Street embedded. Nobody wants to get this wrong, because whoever frames Jimin's next global breakthrough first frames the next 4 years of Asia West culture economics. This is no longer music marketing. This is narrative capture. Intellectual territory. The next soft power doctrine. And Dior, Cartier, Celine, Tiffany, Prada, every single one of them is watching. This is fashion war on a diplomatic level. The first real confirmation that something was shifting last night didn't come from fans or media. It came from finance. Shortly after the Dior building lights dimmed, around 0:14 a.m. Paris time, trade activity on luxury brand derivatives quietly froze. No sudden spikes.
no panique.
No chatter, just stillness, which, in finance, is worse than panic because it means those who know are waiting. Multiple institutional investors in both Paris and Seoul have reportedly postponed 48-hour forecast modeling for LVMH, Richemont, and Kering. Extremely rare behavior unless a public narrative shock is expected to land, not a scandal. Not a collapse, a power shift. One South Korean luxury equity strategist texted an associate last night. "We are not watching Dior. We're watching the future Dior wants, and its name is Park Jimin." Let that sink in. This is not hype. This is predictive money preparing to adjust for cultural gravity.